Hey guys, it's Cobalt here and welcome back to another video. If you've been paying attention to all of the videos that I've been posting this week, you know that I recently finished a bunch of custom trades. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you all of the LPS customs that I made for the people that I trade with. So if you want to see the customs that these people made for me, I have unboxing videos of all of them up on my channel. You can find the playlist in the little outro card at the very end of the video. But without further ado, let's get right on into it. This is another trade custom. It is for a trade with this person on Instagram. I have admired their work for such a long time. They make some of the coolest customs that I've ever seen, and all like the different stuff that they mold for their customs are so awesome. So I am so excited to be doing this trade with them, and I cannot wait to see what they make me. Obviously, since we've done this trade, by the time you watch this video, my unboxing video of the custom that they are sending me will already be out, so you can go check that out by clicking the little thingy up here. But this is a custom that I made for the trade. Essentially, for this trade, instead of doing something like a mood board or anything like that, we decided to just go with a theme because we found out that we like very similar things, such as, you know, aliens and cryptids and creatures like that, and neon colors. So we decided to combine that into a theme. So here is what I came up with. As for the color palette, I went fairly simple with just 3 colors, but I made sure to choose the brightest colors possible. So we've got this blue color, this bright pink, and this neon green. And as for the sculpting, I sculpted the little antenna thingies. I sculpted this third eye right here. I sculpted the tail and these little dots on it, and this hair here on the back, and then the wings are just glued on. They are taken from a LPS dragonfly, and I didn't do any painting or anything like that. I just glued them on after everything else with the custom was finished. So basically my inspiration for this one was to make something cute, but still like it could be a little bit scary. So it's sort of a combination of like a dragon, a fairy, and an alien, if that makes sense. So it's got this dragon-esque tail, these fairy wings, and then these like alien antennas. And then I really wanted to give it 3 eyes, so I added this extra one up here. And I love the way that I painted the eyes with these little diamond shapes in them, and then I went with these crazy eyelashes. I don't normally paint eyelashes on customs, but I decided just to try it out, and I really love the way that this character looks. And it is made from a head swap between an ear-up collie and a cocker spaniel. And again, I'm very, very excited about this trade, so I cannot wait to see what I get sent for it. This next custom is a part of a trade that I did with this person on Instagram. He asked if anybody wanted to do a trade with him, and I absolutely love his custom, so I was like, hell yeah, I totally want to do a trade. And of course, this was another mood board trade, so I will do a side-by-side. Off to the side of the screen, you can see the mood board that inspired this little guy. And for this one, I did a head swap that was requested by them based off like the bases that I had available. So it's a crouching cat head on a paw-up collie body. Never a head swap that I would have thought to do, but I think that it looks so cute, and I love it so much. So as for sculpting, I sculpted this little tail on it. It was supposed to be just like a mermaid tail or a little fish tail, but after I painted it, it definitely looks more like a shrimp tail, which I think makes it a lot cuter. Got a couple scales on the back as well, and I sculpted this little fish guy that's just chilling on top of their head. So it's sort of like an aquatic type of mermaid character, and I just wanted to go with a lot of different blue colors and then add in some orange, and then I did add a little bit of green as sort of a little shine in the eyes. And I did like this weird design for the eye shines, which is never something that I've done before. I sort of just used trade customs a lot of the time to experiment with the different design ideas, so that is totally what I did here. And I think that these colors look really, really good together. It's funny because like this lighter blue color and this darker blue color, like when they're alone, they're a lot more teal. Like this is actually my mint color that I have, but combined with this base color, like it totally changes the way that the colors look, which I just thought was fascinating. And I love the way that I like shaded slash painted the fish and the little tail. I think that those colors look really nice together as well. Here's the design that I did on the back. It's sort of like wave inspired for the tips of the ears, and then it continues along to the back pattern. And again, I just think that this one looks absolutely adorable, and I cannot wait to see what the other person will trade for me. And of course, by the time you're watching this video, you can go watch my unboxing video of their custom. Oh my god, my desk is so messy right now. Anyways, here is the next custom. This is another trade custom, and of course, it is another mood board trade. So here off to the side of the screen, you can see the mood board that was given to me, and of course, this is for somebody on Instagram. I believe their username is Beck Bork. Definitely go check them out. They don't really have very many followers, and his customs are really, really cool, and he does other things besides LPS customs as well. So he approached me about doing this trade, and I agreed because I like his work, and I thought that this would be fun. We decided to go with something a little bit more simple, so not too much sculpted parts going on. The only thing that I sculpted on this custom was the little witch slash wizard hat on the top, and really, I just wanted to make a very Halloween inspired little dog, and I wanted to incorporate the orange and purple, and then these moon motifs. So there's sort of a crescent moon shape happening here on the eye and then an upside down little moon on the chest, and I added some shading there to make it a bit more interesting, because other than that it is just black. But then I also gave it some little purple paws and a purple nose, and then it has one purple eye and then one sort of like demon or dragon sort of monster eye. And I think this custom turned out really fun. I wish that it was Halloween right now, but sadly it's not. So I enjoyed making this custom, because even though like I love Halloween and I love October and fall in general, I feel like I barely ever make like actual Halloween themed customs. So this one was definitely a lot of fun. Of course, when I receive the custom from him, I will be doing an unboxing video on my channel. So if you want to see what that looks like, you can go watch it by clicking the little card thing up in the corner of the screen. This custom was for a mood board trade that I did with Ren's Art Forge on Instagram. I have never received a custom from Ren before, but her customs are so cool, and so I was really excited to do this trade with her. And I will tell you right off the bat that I am so jealous I do not get to keep this custom. I know I say that a lot, but this guy was just so fun to make, and I think that he turned out so cool, especially like this side of the face. Like I just love the way that I painted the skull and how saturated like the shading colors that I used to render this side of the face are too, because I've been starting to use like brighter paint colors as well, so it really just pops more than any other like skull detailing that I painted before, and I just absolutely love it. But anyways, here is the mood board that Ren sent me to inspire this guy off of, and she chose this paw up collie. Of course, I love collies, so I'm a huge fan of that. As for the sculpted parts, I sculpted this skull on the side of the face. The parts that are really only clay is this line here and here to define the skull. There's sort of a cheekbone line there as well, along with the teeth. And then for the eyeball, I basically just stuck a dot of clay on it, smoothed the sides, and then kind of like hollowed out the inside. So it didn't actually cut the LPS's eye out or anything. I just stuck clay onto it and made it the illusion that I did all that extra effort, but really it's just clay. And then of course I sculpted these two little butterflies on it, because there were some butterflies on the mood board. I painted them differently than how they look on the mood board, because really when it came down to what I was trying to do with this custom, I decided to mostly inspire it off of like moss and stuff, or just like the beauty that you see in decaying objects and things like that. So with the skull and with the flowers and the butterfly, and then like the green is all supposed to be like moss and dirt, and I just thought that that was cool. So as for the flowers and stuff, these flowers are sculpted using molds, and then I also added these little dots as well as like, I don't know, moss dots or something. So there's another flower back here, and then these flowers on the leg with the other butterfly. And here is what the bottom looks like. Nothing too special. I also just wanted to do a lot of like shading and like dry brushing and different washes to give it a lot of different texture and detail, really bring out like all the fur and all like the details in the flower sculpts as well. And then the eye is fairly simple, but I just gave it like this little tired, content expression. And there's also these lighter green details on it. But yeah, I love the way that this custom looked. I love it so much that I'm planning to do a little photo shoot with it before I have to say goodbye to it. So by the time you see this video, you can find those photos somewhere on my Instagram account. And of course, definitely go check out Ren. And by the time you're watching this video, I will also have the unboxing video of her custom up on my channel, so you can go watch that as well. This custom was part of a mood board trade that I did with my friend Lucy, aka Chikichu, over on Instagram. I have wanted to do a custom trade with her for such a long time, or just owned a custom for her in general. So I am so excited about this trade. As per usual, by the time you are seeing this video, the actual unboxing of her custom will already be up on my channel. So if you want to see what she made for me, you can go check that out. But this is the custom that I made for her. I love it a lot. As I already mentioned, it is part of a mood board trade. So here is the mood board that she provided me. It's just a bunch of like dark colors and some red. So I wanted to incorporate that into this custom by making it sort of a monochrome color palette. So a lot of grays and blacks. And then of course I wanted to incorporate the red that the mood board had as well with these flowers. And then I added yellow for the eyes because I just thought that that worked nice with the colors. As for sculpted parts, I sculpted these little wings on its head, and then I sculpted all these flowers, but all the flowers are sculpted using a mold. We wanted to have sculpting in our customs, but nothing too crazy. But I think it looks so cool. And again, I love this custom so much. I wish that I could keep her. And I love the way that I painted the eyes too. They're so shiny, and I love like the little red dot. It's just, it looks so cool. Bro, I haven't even talked about this head swap yet. This is a head swap between one of the laying down Persian cats. We have the Persian cat head and a Persian cat tail that I glued on, and then the body is from a sheepdog, and I am obsessed with this head swap. I absolutely love it. I think that it works perfectly together, and it's so cute, and I would love to do it again in the future. Since the overall design of this custom is pretty simple, I ended up dry brushing a lot of different grays into the fur to really bring out the fur pattern, especially on the body. And then I love the way that I added like the tears on the eyes as well. And again, I think this custom turned out so cool, and I cannot wait to see what Lucy made for me. This guy was for a trade that I did with Minty Neko over on Instagram, of course. As as I usually do, this was another mood board trade. So here is the mood board that inspired this guy, and she also asked me to use a Great Dane base figure. So with this one, I kind of leaned into like an alligator kind of design, because she also originally asked me if I had an alligator base and I did not. So that made me think that she wanted it to be alligator inspired, and obviously there's an alligator on the mood board. So that is what I did with this. I made this alligator dog, and I sort of painted this one in like a realistic style, but a little bit different than normal. I also like kind of wanted to make something that reminded me of her customs. Like, it doesn't really, it still looks like my style, but she definitely has like more of a realistic style to her customs. But anyways, aside from the Great Dane base figure, I sculpted the two little eyebrows. They're actually like pointy eyebrows, and I sculpted these scales or spikes here to make it look sort of like an alligator. And then on the back, I sculpted these little like dots and these lily pads, because, you know, alligators, and they're swimming along and then they come up to the surface, little stuff like lily pads might stick to their back, and I just thought that that would look really cute. And then other than that, he's very green, and then I gave him some cool alligator style eyes, and I really like the way that I painted his underbelly with the like alligator scale pattern sort of. I also like his little green paw pads. I just think this custom turned out really cute. He's pretty simple. I feel like there's not too much going on because he just has like a lot of green, but I do think that he looks cool, and the eyes are definitely my favorite part. I really like the way that I painted them, and these little like eye shines that I did with the blue dot and then the white dot I think looks cool, and I like the way that I painted his mouth as well. I think the back is pretty boring, but I did add some like little scale freckles here and there. So yeah, not too much to say about this custom, but I am very excited about this trade because I've always wanted a custom from Minty, so I'm happy that she agreed to do it with me. And those are all the customs that I wanted to show you guys in this one. As always, let me know which one was your favorite, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!